This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
I hope you, Prof.
Thank you.
Prof, Amansan Ntie.
All right. When I met you, a Shrefunina. Na me say me nua brenya akasa kama. Say lawyer for the one kasa na say ade wa chichire mu kama.
Ya ba me na say ono so actually mo man za article 102 no 104 ho na ayen sensem no. Yes.
Na me de ya no man lawyer for no. Kakra be kan say me de pa say Ghana no ye share democracy no mukena. Because it's very, very important. All the organs of governance in this country must work. Now, me kai pass adi baso no studio here. Some of us are here the non-legal minds, no, took the constitution and also just opposed provisions to each other to see say anye bia the year kano ne kwan so ano no. Na me say lawyer kasa no. O church nyemo bebre mu na enya enim se eba ne se obi kokota obi obelusu bia no deni enje so ati ase ede ya anko ya ma no a enya ade ne ni bejo to be ka se bebre na ne nyine mu na ebisa se nsema esi nyina no eni ni sen ne nyina ya vote ya ye papa Joe Wise e ko vote you I dey accept budget no na enu no na me kai pa say na yenuanom a wonom ye minority one more parliament no e used to one of the main provisions our constitution man say ye papa brenya boso 101 I actually say who preside and you made it clear say indeed so you speaker na say we MP not to be speaker cry article 97(1 actually say it was a vacate seat.
Okay.
It shows clearly say a speaker must not be a member of parliament. And once you're not a member of parliament, you will not form part of those who form quorum of the parliament.
Okay.
Neither do you have a vote or a casting vote. Okay. You don't have any. So it means you relinquish your membership. And it is well understood. But once even in corporate governance, whenever there's a gap in a policy, you can do whatever you want to do. No, I read about say Tafache one say there is this saying say in the absence of law, okay, there's no sin.
I'm ready
but everybody knew.
Okay.
Nanka mreni hapa karanga Tafache bido watch me for more poasum.
Okay.
Obiant me chime ana chairman. Yes. Then commandments my no. Now, like you will not know the difference between Bonnie and papa. Okay. Even though you say Obi and Chair Akola Nyame. Then meaning say maybe Bowie ebeya ya. So naturally, you know, you have that emotional feeling say me born ebe ya. But just because there's no law regulating it, you know, mebo. Mostly the lawyers to some so bojuma no. Obe share law do mana. Say baby, I'm friend Lakuna.
Baby, tokro
bi da no.
Yeah.
Na o say we dey tokro da ho. Na we dey me dey boss am so. Na makabe kai pa credit crunch there ba 2008. Na your investigation you say accountants be one kind US law ne pa and almost identify gap or US law nim. The omo ye say one e fa so e wia ankrofo sika. Enti e ko court no. Na untimi bu omo for
because emrano mo
emrano what I say enti the AC no em say there were I said like over here in this central Mika said there were gaps in the standing orders of even parliament. What I say and a constitution so there were some few things words you all man they were not clearly explained. So yenu no MIT as say constitution man or say presiding in parliament, it was one of their major argument that ebinum that's 101 a provision say with the permission I said the speaker shall preside in parliament at all sittings and in his absence a deputy speaker shall preside. And now, Oba 102 now, or say a quorum of parliament, apart from the person presiding, shall be 1/3 of all members of parliament. So, okay, Hannah, one say, a money, whether you're a speaker or not, a person presiding, what I say, and he said the one who presides over all a speaker, and a person presiding could be the deputy and all that, and you don't form part of the quorum. So, who person who do one drink to one, a chair who a deputy cry won't be from a quorum. But quorum is different from voting. So that is a gap. Oh, yeah. Because say quorum on count when I say or no and count I say from quorum. And I say we because say want to be voting. That is the intention.
Say on count in quorum, which means say the business of day cannot even take place.
Thank you. But there's nothing clear. As I say me MP, na say me be deputy.
Na me preside parliament 1/3. So
1/3.
275 president fund be 97.
I don't think there was any issue with quorum on the budget issue.
Yeah, but at the time of starting the business, and that's where that quorum is. Okay. But at the time of when it's voted, that is more than 1/2.
Okay.
So, the question is, I said, but I'm saying,
okay.
But maybe
what count to me? I can't quorum.
Thank you.
Oh, but I do have said the I send them in
So maybe when he said, I'm not maybe a lawyer can advise me. There's nothing here. Actually, say that true. Say deputy speaker cannot vote. No. There's no constitutional. BBH said no. Deputy speaker cannot vote.
Standing orders.
The standing orders of parliament rather.
Yes.
And HSA on to win to Abba.
Exactly.
Yes. But you see, just as a lawyer mentioned, the same constitution, the Supreme Court, that mandate. Yes. So whenever there are ambiguities in the law, interpretation, words, one beba, no one interpret it.
Yes.
Now what you say AC, and I say Ecuador.
Exactly.
And say, when you see, me they make us say. Minority, one me share be MPC be me say I don't am on court. One say no, your selling orders be and I wasn't shocked say me and your uncle Abdullah, madam for pa me what the same school.
Oh sir.
Just
that is Abdullah.
Yes.
Oh yes, you pen ma me na.
I and the pay why she and I put in them sir. And other court. And as you see Amma indeed, and Supreme Court like interpretation abba.
Okay.
Say sa gap never honor constitutional say like on to me voting. Almost obey me voting. What does he?
Okay.
Now the same constitution, am I all right to go for review?
Yes.
And the power one said the law no man nipa. And I mean there are several cases Supreme Court take decision. So there be me am this me take here no me do say na any question no met me asesa. The law is so flexible there now and to go for review no you should have another argument probably you have to influence the judge to say indeed it's supersedes that of the decision they took. Now until then no the review never the same thing be now the can say when we unite a test for democracy so untiasia men ko fa itu unti asem bi ase a enkofa agyan se oni obi be kontokwa but unti ase a Supreme Court ewo ho enti eno ani se wako Supreme Court for interpretation na make no sa gap here na eda ho no I just a deputy sir one me MP sir nothing the constitution doesn't bar them from voting because they are members of parliament. So that's it ene enya asem we na ba yes majority numbers and so nanka when you nyina would have been put to test.
Yes.
What I say, and then intiasiaba, and the interpretation about. But I say intiasiana emba baby aye because to me let me say statement ni bia yen papa num no in the minority any speaker no obi ebi wonuma words ti bi wonuma too strong
Okay.
It doesn't really educate people, but they speak out of emotions.
Okay.
Now, I see in the issues of law, no, yeah, we become too emotional, which is not good for the country. Because you see, you are not only speaking to your party followers, you are speaking to the entire nation. And in the process, you are educating everybody.
And even international community.
That is it. And when you don't take care of customer, stick it in people's minds, which may not be the right thing to say. Yes, what we call you are miseducating people.
Okay.
Now, Misha said because obi akokotra say odi for yebuni for neni enje. What I say, but emotions now lawyers.
Election crash. I lose.
Then you lose. But yes, you detach one. When it's not about you alone. No. It's about the whole country. You detach emotions from the ruling and come out with some facts. It goes against what the Supreme Court has mentioned.
Okay.
And then some of them are questioning the independence of the Supreme Court. Me my question pay.
Okay.
Me my question pay. And in independence itself, to the stream, it's subjective. Ebi have also questioned this particular interpretation. Now, where some used to be na mampe and the mess room of say omunjaisa because Ghana ebi kura say asebe they will come to parliament and one of them can say I don't want to repeat it here.
Na number say me dey be so asem say obi a ya to abama no so onko semra na asem asi na Justice Abdullahi dia court na court no I interpret. In fact, I have copy of the ruling. Now, conclusion no ha. And the mamin kind kakra for purposes of your viewers and your listeners. Or say that is item 11 XI conclusion. In conclusion, we wish to restate in respect of the issues agreed for determination as follows: 1. That upon a true and proper interpretation of the Article 102 and 104(1) of the Constitution 1992, a Deputy Speaker of Parliament or any other member of Parliament presiding over Parliament is entitled to be counted as part of 1/2 of all members of Parliament present. That is to say that a presiding Deputy Speaker is entitled to be counted for the purposes of forming quorum under Article 104(1) of the Constitution 1992. 2. That upon a true and proper interpretation of Article 102 and 104(1) of the Constitution 1992, a Deputy Speaker or any other member of Parliament presiding over Parliament, in the absence of the Speaker, can vote and take part in a decision by Parliament. That is to say that a Deputy Speaker or a person presiding other than the Speaker does not lose their right to vote when they are presiding over the proceedings of Parliament. Accordingly, Order 1093 of the Standing Orders of Parliament is struck down as unconstitutional, the same being inconsistent with and in contravention of Article 102-1041 of the Constitution 1992. The decision taken on the 30th of November 2021 by Parliament of Ghana to approve the 2022 budget was valid as 138 members, including the person presiding, were present in Parliament when the decision was made. Yi Yoni Kolendi, Justice of Supreme Court, V.J.M. Doche, that is Jones Doche, Justice of Supreme Court, N.A. Amegache, Justice of Supreme Court, Professor N.A. Kote, Justice of Supreme Court, that is Maria Mawutor, Justice of Supreme Court, Lovelace Johnson, Justice of Supreme Court, C.J. Onyenuga, Justice of Supreme Court, and the council plaintiff appeared in person. Godfrey Yeboah Adame Esquire, Attorney General, and Afretua Yeboah Esquire, Deputy Attorney General, Dinah Asunaba Dapa Esquire, Deputy Attorney General, and Dr. Sylvia Edusu Esquire, Chief State Attorney for the defendant. And the ruling no. And the matter, Prof, I don't see ye.
Okay.
Na yamra.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I'm a layman and I have the right to ask
and
questions.
it's a ruling way. Na se mrasabudani kase Parliament ha yɛbɛyɛ ne yɛbɛyɛ na yɛbɛhwɛ ne yɛbɛtumi asi ha sɛ ɔba bɛ hyɛ yɛsɛ yɛmfa Supreme Court adeɛ no nyɛ adwuma. If such a statement, if you member of parliament no ba wobɛka no sɛ Mawutor.
No, a serious issue. A serious issue. Now we say no, say emradifo no. Nanka also obi kra edine court. Now oh yeah, say one more inviting because it is rare. So they may invite.
Somebody called privileges committee.
Yeah, sorry, privilege committee because okay. I mean those ones are provided in there. Yes. Now, as an ordinary member of this country, I'm a citizen. I also have questions. Now, Mr. Maybe lawyer bet me say the same verdict now Omamano. Whether the Supreme Court also have the powers to interpret provisions are different from the Constitution. Whilst I was going through the verdict, it's the decision, the interpretation. I mean, sought to now rule say deputy, like anyone who's deputy, what do you call it, speakers, when they are presiding now. Can form their numbers, they can form quorum, they can be part of quorum. But okay 101 sorry, once again with the permission, HSA, the speaker shall preside in parliament at all sittings. In his absence, a deputy speaker shall preside. Then quorum 102, a quorum of parliament apart from the person presiding shall be 1/3 of all the members of parliament. Shall be 1/3. Now, maybe wait me more. Now, what kind is here now? It's one of the things that I'm flagging out. I mean, now we anchor fast and be ember with respect to the Constitution itself because we're standing orders. Now, okay, say one, upon a true and proper interpretation of Article 102, and that's why the mechanism is here. No, say. Whenever somebody presides, that person will not form part of quorum. Preside. So here it's not just about the speaker, it's not just about the deputy. Now, 102 and 1041 of the Constitution, a deputy speaker or any other member of parliament presiding over parliament in the absence of the speaker can vote and take part in the decision by parliament. I don't have any issue with this. That is to say that a deputy speaker or person presiding, rather than the speaker, does not lose the right to vote when they are presiding over the proceedings of parliament. Are you saying that this does not contradict 102? No. I don't want to say because 102 provision.
I'm sure 102 no man say. You know, you say on a true and a proper interpretation. And yet, reading is okay. What's 102? Or say the person presiding.
A quorum of parliament.
The person presiding.
A quorum of parliament, apart from the person presiding, shall be 1/3 of all the members of parliament.
But in the absence of the speaker, the person presiding, is he a member of parliament or not?
He's a member of parliament.
You see? So in the same sentence, there are two conflicting. That's why the Supreme Court says on a true and proper interpretation. This constitution assumes any lawyers now. Even lawyers cry now. Sometimes somebody else, there may be an ambiguity, and that will call for an interpretation by the Supreme Court. Or to interpret the Constitution. So, or say the person presiding. I said, I mean, reading in a me underlining where be a woman said the person presiding. So that's why I make us say you must read it together with 141. So you don't read it in isolation. And sometimes you see the Supreme Court, your canons of interpretation, where you go into the intendment and what the framers of the Constitution intended to achieve. But what will be reasonable? What will be the purpose? So your modern purposive approach to interpretation of the Constitution. So a person presided. So to my mind, and from the ruling that has come from the Supreme Court, they were talking about the speaker, said them kind of speaker simplicity. So, in the absence of the speaker, if somebody is presiding, first of all, the person is also a member of parliament, but would that person lose that right because he says that he is presiding? Then it will create an absurdity. and then the interpretation is done or aimed or to achieve normalcy in the system. That's why they are called upon to interpret. Until it will not create any contradiction. So you don't read it in isolation. You read them together to achieve. Say, okay, when I know patch, you see, the beauty of it is that it's not everything that can be written in a law. So occasion like this, gives opportunity to the Supreme Court to interpret it and say, okay, this, when I know patch, let me know, but this is what they intended to achieve. So until a life situation be say say okay who be that say hang parliament who be TV organa to buy it has become necessary for us to go into this. And am I do pepper away. And so I don't see the contradiction in here, but they have rather brought clarity. Say we know say the person presiding you can't treat him like the speaker how do a speaker place that constitution can say only vote and a casting vote only on vote be cry. But because somebody has a prior position before the speakership as a deputy to me take that right from him because that person. And then you see you also don't have to just look at the essence also the constituency. So okay, if that's the intention and I said this the interpretation coming now, what about in Kofubi Omuni MP Omuni represented? Now what is it? So what I say, and it is legitimate question, but those one are not for Supreme Court to answer. It's a political question. So see, that is what is in there.
92.9 FM.
Okay, yentie honorable chairman Sabonso. Okasa o Kessben machi jumedie so yentie honorable chairman Sabonso. Ono so ne commenter what they ebaye on the ruling.
Ye upon the constitution and I can't look at say the PFC constitution new but Article 104 of the constitution no can say the speaker to the Speaker of Parliament or say HR have neither a captain nor an original vote or say the Speaker and only original or casting vote. Whether they are on to be I didn't know Speaker on to be a sunset or no Speaker no day yen proper man yen Speaker yen proper man in tea or represented the PPR or may you yen represented or may a move for any yen I my yen Amayaba or main those constituents that yes, a child may need to constituents, but that your constituents are not all Brasibium. Young Kwan yet to a now the Woko, you're telling what now or Kayan. In fact, all your constitution on can't say deputy speakers no day among Twaba on cancer or say the speaker and not NPO upper. Now, constitution, baby, I will say constitution, you should only say the definite article, the word they are described speaker, no said the speaker or refers to a speaker now, and Sana, members of parliament.
Okay, so the speaker means the speaker, and speaker means any other member presiding. Well, about no watcha pausima and watche, I find out the video na to her. Uti radio so I won't cry, Kessben 92.9, and as I uti Kumasi Kessben 93.3, and I share TV so a Kessben television. You made indeed Amansan Ntie, Meme Danopa, and Kwabena a Kwaku KAK, Matrasia Midi Uchamia, yet a Bremo. Some of your messages are also Modiaba, Yamra Sokakra, what to make on Facebook. Na Kessben TV would message aba yɛbɛken kan ne nyinaa ɛde amamo ɛwɔ ha yɛna lawyer form for any professors ɛna ahyia on the show ɛna Supreme Court mu ayɛ bae no ɛyɛ bɔbɔ so yɛwi yɛbɛkɔ MPP party no ɔmo internal matters no ɛne de John Boadu de atodwa ɛne ne nsonsansoɔ ɔn ɛde petition kɔ ɛne ne party no betumi ayɛ afa ho ɛde asomdwe bɛba no yɛwi yɛbɛkɔ ɛno nso so kakra as please the NDC and Express the Mahama can read. But truly, I think they don't understand. Because Supreme Court ruling is clear. Why are they behaving like that? That is why they said they have won the election at the comfortable lead, and in the end, they lost. 2016, I'm referring to. Ofaya Oseshi, Kofi Krom, Enode Ebaye. Kwame Job, Ewo Tema. Kwaku, NDC parliamentarians are right. Supreme Court's ruling is a strategy for the government to get its leeway for the e-levy to come and impose on Ghanaians. Will resist any attempt to suppress the powers of parliament. Okay. This was you see Bokare Zeba from Boko. So I think the minority and all those in disagreement of Supreme Court ruling are doing so to please their followers. They all know the law. Kwaku Haruna Idrusu is a lawyer, so they know the laws. It's because they have supporters that they want to please. That is why they are doing that. Francis Asari, aka Teacher Kofi from Oti region, Krati East. As I think we have also gotten to a space where a lot of laws must be amended and ensure that the standing orders of the House of Parliament corresponds with the 1902 Constitution. Again, the standing orders cannot supersede the 1902 Constitution. Moreover, all laws and rules must be deduced from the highest law, which is the Constitution. Because of this, the standing orders cannot become a law over the Constitution. So tell the parliamentarians that the Constitution is supreme to their so-called standing orders. Okay. Let me skip this message and move on. Honorable Kwaku, no law or rule in Ghana is above our Constitution, and therefore Parliament should keep quiet and work. The judges base their ruling on the laws of the country, so no panic any longer. They must go by it, so clear. Going forward, I think the Speaker should be selected out of Parliament among old parliamentarians instead of a sitting member of Parliament to avoid this brouhaha. Okay, and also the concern the Abba. No. Good morning. About the so-called Supreme Court ruling that they say they will not agree. What are they talking about? Is it not the laws, the same laws that has given them opportunity to be in Parliament? You are receiving your gracia, your land cruises, your monthly allowance, and you are saying what? They should give us a break. Okay. Toronto G from Jacobu Crofron, so please. I'm enjoying the program this morning, and tell Lawyer Brenya and Prof that I really like them. Okay. I say good morning, Honorable. Good morning, Honorable Kwaku. This your program is very educative, and I'm enjoying the program at my base at Kede. Okay, I don't understand why our lawmakers used to condemn our court system like that, including even professional lawyers who will go to before the same court to seek for reliefs. Edi asem kureni, Paul Ami here, Takwa Western Region, and Ode Abba. Over to me to also the message about on the Supreme Court ruling. Any commenter Eba, if he Speaker Bagbane, if you Mampeda, John Dramani Mahama, if he Nanadu Danko Kufado, if he parliamentarians and all, and then Yesin Kuna, Yebobo. Lawyer Mizamra Subio, na yenye Jume Bisisia. Assuming, sir, near Binomunama Bonti or Mokeka, sir Supreme Court Akasakra, Omunintum, na Umbehe, near so Bema, or Bebam Nasabedum, who have Supreme Court, near Wakan or Mudebe Jumano. Ninsusa so mremuno ditasi or might be more. Maybe I didn't compile Parliament.
Yes.
Now about executive one. I thought to be a judge in a crowd here, a be manipulate more, but a Yahuna Kakra,
and you
nobody take him.
The structure no is.
And sometimes a lawyer, walk of fast maba, and no many penny bidding kobo. And not me be a question, sir. Manisu Sumanaso. And the politicians are on opportunity acquire bemu in court. I fuck when you be so real, you're gonna see Kaya, Japadia, near dear. Maybe I thought I'd be a movie so many abem, and I thought I'd be a movie said you may be in concern your mope, and you, Nankaku Krabaya, Nankaku Krabayano. And that's MPP and NDC and other political parties think, sir. So, assuming says a soldier in the Manus Sumana so fat you are. And yes, Tim and phone on my best, so I'm more politicians on my bumps. Because I'm more dreamy when Mutim say, especially MPP and NDC, no. For years, I'm more dreamy from 92, but say, the Ghana Ibiana more. And the Mona Moya no Samu Cronamo from Mosomra. Esia Mona Mubabro.
Who say, Kusi baby, Magasa Kusigana, and Cockra, but say, Unim.
Kessben 92.9.
A selfishness and greediness.
Okay.
Of on people's mindset to even think self percent because when you have one, I say, to think say, Kunsi. When you Kunsi,
I say on your bem cry ba on be fra afra.
No, I some can. So we say obi office say oh, you best support to omo.
And on better so on can so on be fra mo.
Na wait sorry. No kra omu kra ne say me kan sa. Okay, I don't want to use Ghana as an example. Say ku esi oba bi mu a. Politicians are those who get out of business.
Ana make eh.
One any business biem because you may not have the chance to be a politician. You may not have the chance to be part of decision making. All lies in the bosom of the military, or the janta,
the proprietors of the coup.
I'm telling you. And about this, one time because I made the person work on so person could be coming like nyame and no essay. And I'm one person coming near the pen. And nyame essay. And your fans is your mind.
Okay.
Look, I always say this, say, in a democracy, me, if I'm free, there's no way I can be a leader. Said, Nanka, democracy, I wouldn't be a president one day. For democracy, won't be a president. But you have the hope, say, as long as we are using democracy, or Chinebi, who are now say, Papa Brinya, I said, I can become a president. Because any royal system, any monarchy, what I say, but Yajatum as our mind said, we are going to run our governance with democracy. And say, yeah, Mama Yisa, Nyamaya air threat, Emma democracy in free. Na Emmy ya, they will become Emmy ya person, meet me lawyers. Now one air casa about verdict. Now one the personal, emotions account. Wow.
Maba hon ya hwesa you know.
Ti kakra me kan say.
Kessben.
Yen nua no mo parliament no. One more. They should be conscious of what they say actually. Na ensemi boy can na da chibi it doesn't hit back at us. Na o mine Ghana na nyina dia. Na say ene mentia se ntino o mine ngu ni dia and him say fan so. Na Besa Pamucho, because this parliament we dear the 8th parliament of the 4th Republic. In same parliament shas here. Yemfa kunya embo biada. Na de emi yakra say microphone ebi kra lawyers pa nanka enti from honorables no. Community uti bronu bi tuna say lawyer bi ti wonu ma. Their lifestyle is different. Look, Obabi campus ene. Na say students law students
okay.
What share uniform? Uniform and black and white. Well, they have a unique lifestyle. First time in Tias here until say many one of say Prof from Pons, former dean. So you see, professional, it trains you to be a complete person as a professional. And you want no omudi mra ene yejuma. Na ene we kona obi atamakonya e wo parliament. Ko hwe the back on a lawyer. Na me yes na say montan free from because when said those days we be like ebe put the law profession into some disrepute.
Ghana ba na crazy homo at the politics room to match him. Ebi akwati homo.
It's a serious thing. No, it's a serious thing. Say you best say members of parliament no one no more share one no kasa.
Okay.
Sensemba sa.
Prof, but you're civilian. That means you're lawyer now. You're lawyer. How do you make a phone when I do so press conference or didn't care? Say, only say the judiciary or Supreme Court attempt some the board the ruling government. I'm on my timidity live, you know. On my passing tina this are really anybody.
That is a political statement.
Okay.
I mean that's why I pick it from. Okay. Because that issue, you know, nanka okay, hang parliament akanyasem.
Okay.
What I said. And you see, the government at the end of the day must have its businesses, passed, so that they can lead the country. Now, Mr. Asip make here, when you say political statement, so I think it's out of context. I expect them to come out with. In fact, they've not given me personally. They are here when me flag a lawyer at concerning Article 102. What I said. Me nyanya bibia from their stance from day one. Now, the can answer one politics say because look, I must you make I pass it one of their members are let me say obedi ni court so that's here so what do citizenship no the reason on my I mean the same we say because of e-levy intina Mr. Abine per se one is MP free parliament I feel as about different ones to be because of e-levy intino. So what is the so-called issue about the e-levy? Is the e-levy everything to Ghana? So Bibiana was say MPs edit e-levy air politics.
Okay.
I mean to me, or you're very good like make us a respected lawyer, but instead of one man, when you're on a political platform, you're a different person.
Okay.
When you are submitting on professional issues, you have to allow. But whenever you give me the platform, I was studio Hano, I put on the deanship of my school.
Okay.
Make kasa as a dean.
Graduate of professional studies.
My personal sentiment.
Okay.
Shroud my judgment.
University of Professional Studies.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, UPSC.
Yeah.
And now, you no free one man. Who say church for? On call out no. A bit dumb, different political parties.
Okay.
And say, kasa, you have to be very, very objective. Me neutral. I mean, I always take a stance on my submissions. I've never been neutral.
Okay.
And kasa, at that point in time, no, he was not just a leader of a minority, but he's a professional lawyer belonging to the membership of bar association. And kasa, protect your profession.
Okay.
But when you bastardize your profession, make it look like the Supreme Court is being influenced by the government at the end of the day just because of e-levy. Unfortunate.
Okay.
Papa Haruna said, more on my personal sentiment and shrouded submissions are
okay. Abana on chapa usima Edwin and appears about mamini video no on our second topic no. Sekonongo video na ready yemhwe kakra MPP party internal matters polling station elections John Boadu the general secretary of MPP a press conference na ode atodwa se de ekokoso nyina no so so watiti bia se ne zentrefo nso yaka ka bia no na ne wakatra party for no se ba bia hawo bia no on by investigation on be hwemu na on the party mra aye adwuma se ne mra no Shantimu amu concerns nyina no JB say any director of elections Evans Mako say mo fa mo petitions ne ade emra na party for mpenifo no enso betu ho na mo na ne onso mo ye bia no o ma hwe aye ama say say konongo ene some of them am no ye kasa no e bia ready a ma nhwe video ni bi bra
wa kokotro de so bia ma so bi baba ntimi de na menim say so far as I'm picking for my converting a day, a dan beduno, or more Macau Mamma and come automatically no qualify. Yet, yeah, can't see because vetting a coin crown. And you say anything in a buy and Tibia may I frame than a Sapon Junior. Me walk locals, Blue Moon, among Guase, police station. Ebia me coin a man qualify, it's a way waiting a man qualify. Yan man Terry, the Matian say, album. I just say a 12 and ene na anything eti enama no so no e ma e banada na na wo se to aba no ai anti bibisa e banana nwumere ye ni na akọ party office e ko gina ho senki e behu se bi mpo anka executives obi beba ho no ma yetimi enya akonya bi eden abusa na ye anti bibia ya de se de to mpanifo anim se MPP ma MPP o mojam ene e adwen se be adwuma ma party no enti se mpanifo so epe se enkoso nya adwuma ma party ne
de nka Canada
yeah. Once you can't political activities are a bit different from the management of various corporate institutions. And also and also the responsibilities, any obligations the executives no. Now me when you know I was say one more like political parties no because they all have the same attribute, especially when they are in governance. The attributes are the same, the sentences are the same. One a band say ye pray akunya ho and as a position ho on be kontokwa sa na before money be bo so no na ase obo party no na nka enya asema na nka polling station election so die entokwa be na e wo ho but it has its own benefit. So once our benefits, no, somebody stand to gain as well as people also standing to lose, and that's where it brings all the fight. Now, me no over the years, no, the me who pan say, well, the nature of the political activists, the way they are appointed and elected, no, a issue. Often than not, no, the presidential candidates, no, our influence, our executives, no, so
okay,
and the national, and the SNA.
Ebi blame national executives no say as a woman so ebe kwa akọji to me wo a form for no akọ 12 no as a omai relax they be koso bia no as they also have their interest no yembo buga ne do ha musoma boy that is what is creating a lot of problems.
So you see how many issues neighbor. Oh, if you call yourself a democratic party, allow the democratic policies, your laws to work in your party. That's the most important thing.
Okay.
Now, say, Udri say you have the powers, and me say this as obvious. Me come as them. Now, say over influence it because of the powers are over no. Now what would the emrano aton change?
Okay.
Yes, people will not allow you. Last how on earth do we vote at how much? Okay, I said one of the around 3 a.m.
Almost 3 a.m.
I mean, and menyanya banesi voting. Asemoti we infa ka by now no what has happened to that election?
Almost on very na omoto na man.
Like by now no, yeah, there should be a quick, I mean, apt decision. Say, please allow people because business being pan transacting how much. So you see, the laws are there. People want to manipulate the system. You don't want to allow democracy that you ascribe to work. You don't allow what we call the all-inclusive, governance. But it's people also think that they played a role in the development and the growth of a party, so they'll react. They will either react by silence, they will not mind you, then the voter party comes in, or they will also use violence to fight you. Party officer. MPP, I was shocked. Say, well, that is how people react when they approach.
And also, no idea. I do baby, I'm paying for that parties. I don't know. Yeah, omunche. Baby, the AC, yeah. Omunko yes, I did na. The official letter. Abra Evans ni Macron. APTC headquarters no. Ebi seen the party national executive is silent. Omunka hwasem. Emom famna for koto NDC paint ko painti part of the John Bodo kasa obo famna din the specific reference because enya attention and the way sa na dia ofa amra kwan so the party mra ye adwuma o the petition abra wo headquarters so bia wo dia to desk ma o ma ne mo bia won ka hwe ofa fofra wa won ka hwe no na o mo no so na bibi so bi ko painti office and no ya ka ho asem dia ono so ye ono so benya attention
how much wait no vote how much what has happened?
I'm saying about investigation.
So you see, those are issues. The mechanic say, "Oh, say, allow good corporate governance practices to work in the party."
Okay.
Obianim say, "Me dom sa party where I have the opportunity to grow." Many quite and yes, and Crawford one dom party. They have no interest. Biao say, "Obe sorry anopa." Grassroots for no one pesi nyama a protective ballot Emma war and those things say what don't keke just for the love of it. What don't know him say I was say only a womb. So when you read proper democratic or political, corporate governance, one of the provisions that I say a party should allow people to grow. A party should provide the basis for opportunities. That is both political, economic, and social benefits for those who join. You can only do that when you create an environment that would say, me domino, me ni dakro.
Okay.
There will not be an upper hand suppressing me. And no na eya edi nsembano. And edu baby na ya tu emna papa na ye wono actually. My more critical example. I mean, I've been following this. I've been following this particular activities. Maybe follow for all the political parties.
Yeah.
Okay, most of the constituencies, some of them, I'm baby, I yet to abano crano. and you are yet to abano, like maybe police station. Now, Kabe Yanka, police station, one woman better one. Executives are selected. They are baby, cool. A bad saying.
Ebi okra ba kwese chairman the form the call form.
Man, and the Emma forms. Now, one like when they move into like the other side of the device, wow. Now, if they not open up democracy, obia timidom, obia be din. When they are in power, then the thing changes.
Okay.